Right, if you're doing anything other than participating, watching, could you mute? All right, and I'll tell you when to unmute, because then there may be moments I want you to participate. So first of all, good afternoon, everyone. Nice to see you. It's that Tuesday afternoon coaching. And today I've devised something which came from being in attendance last night at the Hampshire Buzz, and it was brilliant, and nice to see you there too, Lindsay. Karen Morgan was the very special guest speaker. Rob Barris was hosting along with Karen Gaskell. It was wonderful. It was really good, very upbeat, lots of fun, and they did something which I thought was a brilliant idea, and we're going to use it at the Bournemouth Buzz. And it's something that was done many, many, many years ago by a senior group leader called Fran Borman. And it was all about the benefits of being a customer. And in fact, there's a sheet here. I don't know whether you guys can see it, but you can see lots of writing. There was over 100 benefits of being a customer. Okay, and it's magical. But I think differently these days. I don't really need more customers. They come, and in fact, if you see, I think it's 4 I've done this month. Every one is a referral. They've come through recommendation, so they're not something I purposefully go out to source. Okay, my mind is focused continuously on helping others improve their lives. And yes, reducing someone's bill is a great thing, but like we say, when they become a customer, if they recommend this on, they can earn up to £50 if that referee is a homeowner and takes all the services. Lovely, £50 is great. But the reality is, if they come on board with us, they can earn 5 times more for that same thing. And it's like, why would you settle for £50 when you could have 250 and further down the line, possibly a lifetime's residual income? So I thought to myself, what are all the benefits? What are all the positives of being a partner? So unmute yourselves, because at this moment, I'd like you to participate and just kind of, I'm going to ask each of you to possibly come up with 2 or 3. So I'll start to my right. Dawn, can you think of a couple or a few positives of being a partner?
Earning an extra income.
Yeah.
Meeting new people.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just started to get a little bit of residual, so that's quite nice, really. So
Lovely.
The thought of that drives me on, really.
Okay, so guys, write those down if you haven't got them. All right, and you're going to keep adding. So Melanie, can you think of three good reasons why it benefits to be a partner?
I think a bit of autonomy over your life, having your own business and making your own decisions, being in a bit more control.
Lovely. So being your own boss.
Yeah. And yeah, the residual income, sort of not starting on that 0 every month, and having your own business and the feeling that gives you.
Okay.
And options, I think, having options.
Wonderful.
The beginning of that, that down the line a bit, that you can make different decisions in relation to the day job and things like that.
I know that for you, Melanie, we all perceptively, us public, that's me included, have always had this idea that solicitors earn an absolute fortune for very little work. We know they have to go and do all these exams and get a degree and everything, but they seem to charge something stupid like about £250 an hour. And you think to yourself, wow, well, I know, Melanie, you and I being friends, that actually the reality is not all that money goes to the solicitor, does it?
No. No, it might go to the firm, but to the come to us.
Okay, lovely. So now we'll move into the middle. Alan, 3 more different reasons why you think it's great to be a partner.
Tax efficiency.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Many tax deductible benefits. Yeah. Anything else?
Yes, a good source of PD, personal development. Learning,
Yes.
Sure.
a good source through Knowledge is King and other resources.
Yeah, lovely. Okay, I think that's a great one. And have you got one more for us?
No.
No, that's really good. You've come up with some great ones. And in fact, I'll share with you, I'm going to add it to my list because for some silly reason, I didn't put personal development down there. And yet it is a massive part of what we do. So thank you very much for that. Let's move over to Val, but it's Steve there. Hello, Steve.
Hi.
Steve, can you think of a couple of different ones?
Well, you've got the money to help with the bills.
Yeah.
Right. Also, you got more free. It gives you more free time. So
Yes.
you've got charities, go on more holidays.
Yeah.
It's what basically what that extra money will give you. It's almost unlimited.
Yeah. Lovely. Wonderful. Rod, what about yourself?
Although I haven't been so successful at it, I think that one of the greatest benefits is building a team, because that gives you a complete network, if you like, a backup. And also one of the things that I noticed the most was that you're not, many networking companies, every month you slip back to zero, but we're building on what we've got, so we don't slip back to zero. We're able to just keep progressing upwards and onwards and upwards, somebody would say. And so on top of that, team building, though, I think is meeting people. I like talking to different people, and they're not all customers, but I've met some wonderful people.
Yeah, friendships. We forge great friendships, don't we?
Yes,
Yeah, lovely.
absolutely.
Thank you, Rod. So let's go downstairs. So Michelle, would you like to unmute? Michelle, can you add to the list of why you think it's fabulous to be a partner?
Just for me, it's working it around my day job that I do very funny shifts, and my children and their hectic and accident prone lives.
I thought you were going to say round my very funny shifts and my very funny children.
They are funny as well.
Yeah, and also I think it could be I think the business is very kind, very lenient with us, in that we are able to take time out for when things happen. Sometimes it might be that we go on holiday, which is great, but other times it can be for things like bereavement and all kinds of stuff. And the business is very kind, isn't it, in that matter? Yeah. So looking up to my top left, I've got Christina, I've got Sean Moore. I don't know whether your voice can extend to where you've put the iPad, but can you give us any more ideas?
Financial independence.
Yes.
And also the support that you get both from your upline and the head office.
Yes, lovely. It's wonderful, isn't it, the support? Yeah.
I think the other thing is the friendships that you develop.
Yes, the friendships we develop. Yeah. Now,
we went to the Swindon Buzz last week, and it was fantastic to meet up with so many old friends.
I know. I mean, one of the things I'll say to you, as you probably know, I was the creator of what was called Win a Mini. It's now a 20k giveaway. And one of the things that I realized very, very early on it wasn't just the gathering of prospects and reaching out to people that we don't know rather than who we do. Because in my early days, and some of you may have found this, that I didn't find my family quite so engaging to be interested to save some money. Isn't that fascinating? In fact, I was sharing with a new partner that it took 2 years for my parents to come on. Not everyone's family instantly goes yes. In fact, it wasn't a case of, I think, that my parents didn't want me to earn a few pounds each month. I think it was more of, my mother believes she knows everything about everything. And what could her daughter possibly know? But it took 2 years before they came on. So what I want to say to you is that the whole 20k giveaway thing, there's another area of support where we coach and we mentor and we look after people, and it's great to be with them. And also it makes the business fun, doesn't it? Because you're working with folk. Yeah. So what I want to share with you now, and thank you for your participation. What I've done here is I've sat over a period of time and I've got an enormous list of benefits. It is huge. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually be adding to this, because there's a couple of you who have added things that I've not even thought of. But I'm going to share my screen. And this will be sent out. And I'm going to go through it. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what I don't want you to do. Is I don't want you to ever send this to a prospect. It's not for that. Okay. As much as you'd go, yeah, oh my God, that'll make them join. I promise you it wouldn't. I promise you it wouldn't. They just look at it and probably be mesmerized and confused. And we've learned that confused people do nothing. Is that true? Yeah. And they'd probably look at it and they'd probably go, that's too good to be true. That couldn't possibly be true. But it is. So let's have a look at the list. So no financial risk. There isn't, is there? None at all. I mean, if anyone, let me just stop the share a minute at that point. Let me just ask any of you, who's got their own business at the moment? Who's always had their own business? Anybody? Yes, Dawn. Dawn, yes, you ran a pub, didn't you?
Yeah, sorry, what a difference that was.
Lots of financial risk.
Terrible. When I look at that and compare it to UW, there's no comparison. I wish I'd known about UW 20 years ago.
I know, but when you think about that scenario, so there's investment, and then you've got the fun and games of employing people. Jim Rowan says it's like an adult kindergarten.
Yeah, it's like being on a permanent treadmill.
Yes, and you then have to provide HR policies these days and pensions. And oh my God, the nightmare with tax and all of that. And then, of course, they don't always come into work, do they? It's absolutely endless, the setup costs and the financial risk. So thank you for that, Dawn, because when someone's had their own business, they really, really begin to understand when we say there's no financial risk, there isn't. 100% flexibility, fit around jobs, family, social, which you can. Have holidays when you want, not fitting around staff. When you work for an employer, you might get 4 weeks paid holiday, but you can't just take it when you want. You have to fit in, don't you, with everybody else? Yeah. Only a £10 registration fee. Now, this is balmy. This is start raving mad. Because it used to be nearly £200. When I joined, it was £199.75. And believe me, when you've invested a little bit more, you take it a bit more seriously. And I think that's part of the problem. It's easy come, easy go. And I think people don't realise that £10 is purely actually to show some commitment, because there's clearly no huge outlay. There's no set hours. There's licenses given to us to promote both energy and telephony. There's free public liability up to 1 million claim. Do you know, for I think it was about 10 years, I used to have to buy my public liability, and it used to cost me £100 a year. And now it's given to us. This is
pay more than that in the pub, that's for sure.
Yeah. No insurance exams to take to earn from insurance services. Oh, aren't we lucky bunnies? How many years do they have to put in to be able to be an IFA? Look, here we go. No stock to buy or hold. Do you know, I want to explain this one. There is a network marketing opportunity out there. It's called Oven You. All right. And I actually I requested one of these Oven You distributors to come to my house to clean my oven. Now, listen, guys, I don't know about you, but I don't like cleaning my own oven. But to go out there and have to start cleaning someone else's oven is almost like adding insult to injury. But he was telling me it was £24,000 investment, and you only got a postcoded area. So there's another one that I've not got written down. There are, and I've got to add to this. Unlimited UK area. It's unlimited, isn't it? When we get referrals, they could be in Scotland, they could be anywhere. Unlimited free training, unlimited free support from a coach and mentor, easy video online learning, free unlimited virtual in-class training. And that's constantly being evolved. It is the best training in the world. I really believe it. Free podcast learning. There's loads of them on there. If you haven't been on, have a look. It's all free. Earn as you learn through online and supported coaching. Free backup. 100% managed partner portal. Free My Planner to manage our prospects. Free 5 websites in one, all managed and maintained. When you start up a business, I hear people say they lay out about £2,500 to get a website up and running, and that's not being maintained either. No boss, no staff to employ, only work with happy people. If you decide that someone comes in and they're a bit miserable, you don't necessarily have to work with them, do you? Where am I up to? Yeah, no staff to employ. No staff to employ. Massive. No staff pensions to organise. Hang on. I need to move it. Hang on. Why won't it move? Bear with me. I need to move. That's it. No endless government legislation to worry about. That is huge. No pay tax, at the end of the year, not up front. Do you know what? Don't you think that the whole system of being employed is weighed against you? I look at it, right? So you work all those hours and often a whole month before you get paid. And then the rotters take their tax and national insurance out before you've even earned the money. It's swiped away from you. Loads of tax deductible expenses. So the fact that I work from home and I've designated a bedroom into an office, I get about 25% back. My accountant says, because I'm allowed for heating, lighting, telephony, broadband, all of that. Things like your paper, your printer, when you buy a new laptop, all this stuff is tax deductible, masses of it. Work from home. So that means no commuting or travel costs if you don't want to. Do you think at the moment, with a crisis with energy and fuel and everything going up that people are starting to go, oh God, I wish I didn't have to use the car to go to work. Massive. Is that a massive benefit? It's huge. Earn off your own customer. So not only do we sign someone up and we earn, then they give us back our own customers so we can earn royalty income off ourselves. Excuse me, I think that's amazing. Upfront customer bonus. So now what they're doing is upfronting, giving us years down the line residual income, and they're giving it you up front so you can start making a massive difference immediately. Then further down the line is the what we call the reoccurring income. There are, wait for it, this is nuts now, as well as the upfront customer bonus, there are fast start bonuses. There's timeline promotional bonuses. So £200 if you hit future team leader in your first 45 days. £300 when you get to team leader in 9 months. £500 when you get to senior team leader within 18 months. Oh, and by the way, if you do 2 in a year, they're going to double all of that again. Wow. 2,000 bonus when you get to group leader. 5,000 bonus when you get to senior group leader. 10,000 bonus to national group leader. This is astonishing stuff. Supporting bonuses. So now what I used to do naturally, which was support people, now we get paid for it too. Wow. I mean, and we can support at any level. So let's say, for example, Dawn went out for a year, something happened. I don't know, she might go and travel the world, yeah? Then come back. And then she goes, oh, I'm so rusty. I need to relearn stuff. Can I have some support? Yes, you can. And we are able to be paid supporting. Isn't that fantastic? Wonderful. Leadership bonuses. So when you get to group leader or above, senior group leader, we get leadership bonuses for helping us to inspire and motivate our teams to help them improve. Fantastic. Reoccurring royalty residual income on personal customers. Reoccurring royalty residual income on group customers. Now, this is the best income in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. And I thank my blessings and I'm thankful and I'm full of gratitude every single day for this, because if I never ever worked again, I don't ever have to worry about another bill coming in. Isn't that incredible? And I just want that for other people. I really sincerely do. To have that peace of mind that all the bills are paid is just incredible. It's incredible. Oh, lots of recognition. Wow. Do we all agree that Utility Warehouse is absolutely amazing about this? They are, aren't they? Free chocolates, chocolate Bicky rewards, free champagne rewards, free once in a lifetime holidays, free luxury weekend breaks. This is all on top of what we do anyway when we sign up a customer. A car payment plan for BMW Minis or Tesla cars or electric bikes. Unlimited income up to 1 million per annum. Is that all right, guys? Is 1 million a year enough? Get paid early in the month. Wow. I love that. Being paid on the 21st. So good. Lifetime friendships forged. A great social life. Would you say, ladies and gentlemen, that that is an astonishing list?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I want to now stop the share. Hang on. There we go. I want to bring you all back in. And if you have been feeling, as I have, that I've had a bit of a day, anyone ever feel they could tear their hair out? Having just seen that list, do you not think we're in the best business in the world?
Yeah.
I think it's, and I'm going to add a couple of things to it. And what I'll do is I'm going to send it up to head office because I think they might like to make use of that, because I think seeing the list as it is quite astonishing. And I feel very blessed that we've got this. I think it's absolutely fabulous. You know, there are many network opportunities out there, but they require that you buy stock, that you sell stock. That's not true residual income. It really isn't. And also, I think people are feeling the financial squeeze so much that the first things they're going to start getting rid of, and I've had this told to me, they'll start, unfortunately, stopping their standing orders to charities. All right, they're going to stop buying the luxury items. So anything to do with, I hate to say it, but makeup, beauty, you know, it's not essential. That will go. And although some things like health products, I consider them essential, I'm very fortunate I can afford them. And I spend about £250 a month on stuff like that. But that will probably be something that will go for many people. What else will go? Well, for some folk, it'll be, I won't be having a holiday. If we bring them on board, by doing what they're doing and earning extra income, they can get a holiday. How about that? Amazing. What other things do you think people will give up? Possibly not going out as much as they used to. I think they might cancel things like National Trust memberships or heritage, stuff like that. Spoke to a lady the other day and she admitted to me she'd cancelled her British Red Cross. She just felt, I just can't do it anymore. And do you know what her words were? And she wasn't a nasty person. She said, well, I'm sorry, but charity begins at home. And I thought, well, that just about sums up at the moment, doesn't it? How people feel. So I'm going to just add a little bit more to this, and then I'm going to make it available because I think this is a good thing to perhaps have up in your room, have it next to your computer, because it's so easy, you know, all of us. It's very easy to moan and groan, isn't it? And aren't we British good at doing that? You know, but actually, when I saw and I started to do this, every time I thought of another one, I smiled. I actually smiled and thought, God, this is amazing. And I thought this is something worth sharing. So I thought that's why I devote one of the coaching sessions to it. Has anybody got any questions or anyone got anything else they want to add to all of this? Yes, go on, Lindsay. Unmute yourself.
Two things. A work ethic and positive mindset we mentioned before, but you just get the habit of doing things which need to be done, and you apply to other areas of your life as well, not just UW. So if you develop a positive mindset, you can apply to other things in life. And finally, you said it's services, not products. Also, it's essential services that people have to have. It's just not a choice. So yeah.
Yes, they are essential services. It's whether they like it or not, these are the items that they've got to use and they have to pay for. So why pay more for them? Yeah, definitely. I know. Anything else? That was a great contribution, Lindsay. Thank you. Anybody else? Steve, Val, you've been in a long time.
Well, I thought if life happens, you have to put it down. You can put it down and pick it up at a later time.
You can, exactly. You can pause this business. Everyone knows when I lost dear Chris, I was completely indisposed for a very, very long period of time. And that's when, in fact, it was my mother turned around to me and said, Lisa, you need to get yourself some counselling. I paid for it privately, 2 people, one on a Monday, one on a Thursday to get me through. And she said, if all your hard work over the last few years, this is when it comes into play. And you need the time out and you need some professional help to get you through the loss, the serious loss that I felt. And I have to say, I remember thinking, wow, what an incredible business that I'm allowed to do this. Because actually, if I worked for Mr. Employer, do they give you grieving time? No.
They'd have got the sack, wouldn't you? They'd just sacked you and on you go.
Yeah. Last
Yeah.
night, Karen Gaskell said when her mother chose to be that she wanted to pass her days away at home, Karen just gave up the business for 6 months and totally focused on 100% care and support for her mum. What an incredible thing that you can do. So what about young mums or mums that are expectant? What a wonderful thing. You know,
Yeah.
you can give that
Yeah.
time, can't you, to your children? Absolutely amazing. So there are so many benefits. And do you know what? I hope that this has uplifted everybody, because I just look at it and I smile.
Lisa, can I add one more?
Yes.
Lisa?
Sorry. Oh yes,
The
Christy.
fact that the business is willable,
Oh yeah.
you can pass it down to your children to have the benefit of it.
Yes, exactly what I've done. exactly that. Totally 100% willable. Yeah, Marv. Well, guys, thank you very much for coming on. I'm terribly sorry about last week. I don't know why, but YouTube just would not allow the upload. I must have tried it 4 or 5 times and I was nearly going insane. I have no idea why it wouldn't do it, but it didn't. What I will say is I promise this is definitely going to work. And there was nothing wrong with the recording. The recording happened, but I have no idea. For some inexplicable reason, YouTube just wouldn't play ball.
I had a problem with, I recorded a meeting and about 2 weeks ago, and the recording was 10 times bigger than it normally is. So maybe something to do with Zoom having changed their file size, maybe.
Maybe. All right. But listen, I've pressed record. I'm going to end this and I'll see you all next week. And thank you for
Thanks,
participating.
Lisa. Thank you. Bye.
Lisa,